back to Fox 9 Morning News.
We play this game. Don't care where we go. I don't care what we do. I don't care, pretty baby. Just take me with you.
Oh, so much talent. Purple Rain, the musical, on the stage at the State Theater and putting on the finishing touches for 3 weeks of preview performances. And very soon, this legendary film starring Prince will head to New York for the Broadway debut, the musical version. Speaking of legendary, joining us now, legendary drummer for Prince's band, The Revolution, Bobby Z, and Morris Hayes from the new Power Generation, and longtime musical director. And that's just like scratching the surface of your resumes. I know that. My goodness. Nice to meet both of you.
Glad to be here.
Tell us about this process, because you're the musical advisors for, taking this film version onto a musical stage and just kind of changing the variation of it. Talk to me about just what that's like and the process of that.
Well, we've been working on it a few years, and there's an amazing pool of talent. The producer, Orrin Wolf, and musical director, Jason Michael Webb, made our job quite easy. He's a super talented music director who's a student of Prince's music, so we're very happy with the direction he's taken, and we try to give him insight into little Princeisms here and there.
Princeisms, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean, these previews that are happening before the official launch, when it eventually goes to New York, but then we know even more people will get to see it coming up here in Minneapolis on November 5th. Are you making many changes at this point, or sitting back and just kind of nitpicking little things?
Yeah, at this point it really is like nitpicking, because like Bobby was saying, they're very talented people. They're very talented, so it's just the nuanced things that that we have, of course, learned from Prince over the years, that when we see something, we just say, well, maybe he would have done it like this or something like this. But I can tell you, they've done their diligence. They've really worked on this very hard, and it shows. I mean, so it's not like we have a lot of things to correct or to try to. It's just minor tweaks.
Yeah, just so many talented people in one space.
They're looking to cut time, mostly, because they run it long and then they trim it down, like editing a film, but with live people. With live people,
yes. Because how long is it? What's the goal of how long it is expected to be, or how long you want it to be?
Well, I think a Broadway play, tries to run, 2:45, try to keep it under 3, and right now it's at 3. So, they know what they're doing to cuts, though, and they're making them every day. They rehearse every day. They run the show. They have production meetings after the show. They're on Prince time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
24 hours a day.
That we're used to.
That you're used to, yeah. 3 o'clock in the morning, jam sessions or whatever. I mean, what has been the biggest challenge of, changing things from a film version to, because you guys are used to live music. I mean, on a stage, that part, should be pretty, you're used to that. But translating it into a musical.
It's a different beast. I mean, it's a different kind of, platform, and how we did things is very different from how, like Bobby said, these are live people. Like, when they make changes, and they implement it like right away. I mean, these things, and they have to remember a lot of dialogue or cut a lot of dialogue that you've already been practicing. So it's really interesting to watch how that world works, and just kind of how they adapt to changes and implement them like right away. So that's the thing that I noticed about the media itself, how it works, this platform. And so it's really been interesting just working with them.
Yeah, and was this ever a vision of Prince's way back when, to translate, one piece of art, the film, into a musical stage version?
I definitely had a conversation with him years ago. It's not something that, I mean, like we were talking yesterday, this is just great that theater is now, that, Prince made movies and records and live concerts and concert films. And now theater is to his repertoire, and it was something that we discussed in terms of just because the play Rent had some Minneapolis ties, and so that was kind of during the Purple Rain era, and we talked about it a little bit, but here we are, huh?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden it's reality. It's amazing.
And how many times a day do you find yourself asking, what would Prince be doing or saying right now?
That is a day-to-day occurrence.
Like right now.
Like right now, and not only in politics and everything, because, you know, Prince was such a wise and smart guy, and you know, I love talking to him about different things. He always had an interesting perspective on life and about things, you know. So you'll find yourself thinking about that a lot when I sit there and watch this thing, and I think this, to me, it's doing me proud. So I would hope that it would do him. So.
Well,
absolutely.
Can't wait for more people to see it. So you should all be very proud. Bobby Z. Morris Hayes, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.